You can't beat that price. 23 cents per kilowatt hour. Look how slow that money's going up. It's absolutely beautiful. Did you just say 3 for a second? Did you go to 6 to 3? I think I'm tripping. 3 looks like 8. Did some music here last night at the superchargers, but not feeling it tonight. Need a break. My lungs hurt a bunch after singing. Kind of really pushed them hard. I think I already mentioned that with the Be Yourself audio slave chorus and bridge. Anyway, had a productive day today. Just from like 11 a.m. till I finished my last delivery at like 9:50 p.m. So got like almost 11 hours in. But you know, I took some short breaks for like 2 meals. But yeah, pretty much worked, you know. Like 10 hours of actual work, I guess. And yesterday was about the same. But yeah, yesterday I made $202. Today I made $220, which is cool. But this was New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, which are really good DoorDash days. So I don't expect it to be quite so good, especially with my low acceptance rate. But my acceptance rate just a few days ago was 1% or no 3. I had it up to 3. I did a couple deliveries in Texas, but not much. But 3%, but now I'm up to 42%. And so once I get 60, then DoorDash will probably start giving me more offers on normal days, not just because I got a bunch of orders today and yesterday because a lot of people like take time off, and also it's just like a lot of people are ordering, like more people are ordering. I think it's more of the latter because I think a lot of DoorDashers like Dash anyway. I don't know. That's not entirely true. Depends on location and a lot of things. But anyway, it's kind of pretty around here. I almost got some Shake Shack today. I don't think I've ever had it. I might have got it once in Texas, but I think it was like, I don't know if it's the same place. I don't think I've it. But this place is so bougie, dude. This place is, they got like a truffle burger. I might as well walk over there. I'm just walking while my car's charging. Got 10-15 minutes. I only charge it up to like 6. I'm doing it up to 67% right now. It gets down to about 62 before I go to sleep, and then it's like you don't want it at a high state of charge. Even 80%, I mean, it's putting significantly more stress on the battery at 80% than it's 62% like all night. And more optimally if you have it like 50% or 55, but I do a little higher because the energy's so cheap right now, like I was showing you at the beginning, that I try to stock up slightly on it, but it's a balance to be had there. But when it's cold, it's like kind of less. But here's the bougie. Check it out. Black truffle. That's what I almost got too. It was like $10.79. It looks like they're closed. But anyway, yeah, $10.79 and it was 700 calories, and I'm like, well, I almost need 1,400 to, you know, have a good dinner. So it's like it's gonna cost like what is that, 22.50 after tax, I think, for a dinner to get 2 of them, and that's just like, that's too much, man. So just went over to a good old Habit Burger. Got a double char with cheese. Now it's not gonna be 1,400 calories, but I think it gets up to about 950. I'm just trying to guess. 900. I think it might. Yeah, 900. Be 880, but that was enough. So 700 is just a little shy. Like, this filled me up, so I don't know. Maybe it would have been enough, but I don't know, man. 2 would have been probably too much because anyway. This is just stupid talk. Let's talk about more important stuff. Just the whole, what is this day 6 or so? Day 6 of like, just sacrificing, like, basically sacrificing my life to, well, sacrificing this portion of my life, like this year, to make money in the effort to set myself up for the rest of my life. But the thing is, I might have to do another year after this, and maybe another year after that, but probably not more than 3. But like, you just never know. It just depends. Like, if there's a recession. But the problem is, if there's a recession, am I going to be able to make enough income? That's going to be potentially challenging. Like, like think about the Great Recession from 07 to 09. Like, that was prolonged. Like, if it's 2 years of a down, but I don't think we're gonna have that. I just think, like, the Federal Reserve just like jumps on really bad stuff now, like more than they used to, and like tries to print more money and all this, and so I see them as like stimulating majorly. They just like they did for COVID, and then get us out of the the economic issue. But I'm not saying that that's like good or anything. It is good in some ways, but it's also like somewhat of the kicking the can down the road. And what effects is it going to have in the future? Well, inflation, that's for sure. And most people already know this, but there's more inflation than they tell you in the official government documents. That's for sure. It's more than 2 or 3%, like they're saying right now. And when it was up at 9 or 10% with the government officially, it was more like between like 25 to 40%. In my humble anecdotal opinion, whatever. But anyway, they fudged the numbers on those things. Anyway, so January's gonna start, and so I think it makes the most sense, even though a lot of most analysts are predicting it too. But they're predicting a bad Q1, but I'm just thinking bad January, just purely because of the combination of the tax loss harvesting, waiting for the wash rule so they can buy back to the end of January, because we had such a sell-off in the end of December that I think they wait till the end of January to buy back. And then mixed with people just taking profits because 2024 was such a good year. People, I think, take profits in January. So that's my prediction for like the beginning and middle of January, and I think then we start flat or coming up slightly at the end of January, and then probably just melting up at a good pace February. Dang, it's getting cold out here, but fingers are getting frozen. But just walking off my burger right now. Oh wow, we're only at 34. Oh, it's charging slow. 13 minutes left. Holy crap. I was thinking it'll be almost done, but well, is there anything more meaningful to talk about? I mean, good old semen retention, meaning of life, woman. Here's something I haven't talked about yet exactly, is just like with women, like okay, I'm gonna be real with you. Like, I don't consider my body count that high. It's about 20, and I'm 31 years old, so I don't see it as that high. But I'm not counting like prostitutes, which from the age of 18 to 22, kind of, but especially like 18 to 19. I just like I freaking paid for a lot of prostitutes. That was a negative like experience overall. I mean, there was a couple times where it was nice, but like like 95% it's not nice. And even the times where it was quote unquote nice, that it's not even nice. It's like it's just better than the other times. But anyway, I mean, there's so much to be said about it. I've not done a good job so far at expanding on that the whole topic of sex work. But I think it degrades society. I think it's negative. It just gives like men an out, like a way to not build their social skills and other parts of their lives to but I sorry, I hesitate and I stop there because here's the thing, I don't have it all figured out, and like the thing is, the question I pose really, like sex itself, like I had sex with the girl without a condom over in Philippines just what was it, like a month ago? Where are we at the beginning of yeah, month and a half. And well, sorry, I find myself being slightly defensive even no one's attacking me right now, but just in the I just know a lot of guys go over to Philippines, Thailand, other Southeast Asia countries, and like just try to like use women, just try to like, you know, lie to them and have sex. But I actually really liked this girl, but it was actually the opposite with this, where I found out that she lied about like everything that she said to me essentially, and like it was all a huge fabrication. And yeah, so I'm looking, you know, for a long-term relationship sort of situation. And anyway, but we did that, and I mean I've thought this before, but it just reinforced it to me. I was like, what's the fucking like point? Like, unless I come, right? It's like it's kind of a gross word, right? But sorry about that. But basically, it's like, what, like, we're doing this, and then I've got to like stop myself from the most fun part. I've got to pull out. But here's the thing, like I don't want. I consider the vasectomy, right? But like I'm gonna be completely honest with you right now, completely honest. And I had this thought before I heard it from this guy, but this guy saying it kind of had the ring of truth, but I'm also not sure about that too. But basically, this guy, okay, pros and cons to this guy. I think he's got a gambling addiction and stuff, but he has a lot of positive qualities to him, which is why I listen to him and I appreciate him. But I don't know if he's right about this one or not, but this one sounds like it's probably one of the ones he's right about. But basically, brute de force. You can find him on Twitter. Listen to some spaces. He's probably polarizing you, even though I'm somewhat in the middle on him, but I lean towards liking him. But I don't know. I would think that most people would be more polarized. I think most people aren't able to take certain good things from people and ignore others. But basically he said that like it's a pussy way out. Basically, you get the vasectomy. It's like, he just said it's a bad thing. Basically, I forget his verbiage, but he was just saying it's super lame and it's bad, and it's like you should only have sex with girls that you're okay with having a kid with and stuff. Which just like completely negates the whole idea of like having sex for fun, kind of like. So I recently, like, when I was with that girl in the Philippines, things were getting, towards the hot and heavy thing, and I was like, she asked me at one point, and I don't know, I'm not saying it's always a red flag if they ask this, but it's like, it was here, and I think it usually would be. It's like the way she asked it. Anyway, she was like, what do you want to do or whatever, and it's like, I don't know. In that moment, like I'm hot and heavy with it, but that to me means, in retrospect, no, that she's like thinking too much about it or something, or I don't know quite how to express that. But anyway, maybe that's not one of the red flags. She has a ton of other ones, so whatever. But basically, I was like, I just want to use our hands. Like, just like hand job and like fingering kind of thing. Cause I already in my head, yeah, I guess it was before I did it with her that I already thought this through. I was like, I don't want to have sex with girls because I don't like using a condom. It like almost completely ruins the experience for me. It like really, I'm uncircumcised, and I don't know if that has something to do with it. It probably does, but it's like I've already got a fucking sheath on top of it, and it's like, dude, I fuck it. Condoms just take away so much of the nice feeling, bro. Like, fuck that shit. But I appreciate that they exist. I'm glad they exist for, I don't know. Actually, am I? Fuck, because I was gonna say so people can do certain things, but that's the whole point of this conversation is like sex for fun. Like, is it even worth doing? I guess like I've done it a bunch. Like I said, body count of 20 with, girls that I actually, use social skills and whatnot to do it with. But then prostitutes, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, I do not know the number, but it is somewhere between 35 and 65, somewhere in between there. So I guess around 50, I guess sounds about right. Ones I've actually had sex with, I don't know, because I did the happy ending massage stuff near the end, and I haven't done I've been with actual prostitute in like a very long time, but in the past like decade, I did like a few times with the happy ending massage. Like, how many times? Like, maybe like between 6 and 8 times ish in the past decade. I'm 31. Wait, now I'll say within the past 8 or 9 years. But so no sex. Like, sex, maybe I had like on the earlier side when I was 23, 24 still. Maybe I did have sex again, but then I was like, this is just lame. Because you're using a condom. It's like I had sex with enough girls without a condom and had great sex with like some of them that I was like, dude, sex with a prostitute, it's settling. It's so much not as good. I'm just like, and I don't care about the girl doesn't care about me. When you care about each other, sex is way better. Science alert, in case you didn't know. Sex is way better when you care about each other. But anyway, basically, sorry, I know I'm jumping all over the place, but basically back to sex with the girl in the Philippines. It's like, I was like, let's just use our hands, and then she was like, no, I want you to, do the thing. Like, even though she asked me, and then she ignored what I said. I guess that's a red flag, right? Maybe not entirely. Maybe it could be considered communication. I'm just looking for like little extra red flags, sort of thing, or kind of an explanation for things, or like things to look out for. But basically, she's like, I want you to fuck me, right? And I said that really fast because I'm like, I felt awkward saying that right now, but she didn't say it quite like that. She said it in a more like slow, way you would say such a thing. But how was I gonna turn it down? Right? I mean, she's quite physically attractive and all that, and I thought we were connecting on a emotional personality level, but so I was like, well, I'm not gonna say no, damn it, and I'm like, and I'm not gonna use a condom, and we're doing it, and I'm just the whole time having to hold back from coming, dude. It's terrible. I'll just say finishing. The hold back from finishing is terrible. It's absolutely, it's fun and there's good moments, but to always be on edge, to not make sure I don't, and I'm especially glad I didn't come in this, sorry, I keep saying it that way, but I was especially glad I did not finish inside this, I was going to say lady, and I switched to female, then I was like, what the fuck am I saying female for? But basically, like, she's absolutely pathological liar, like, really bad. Like, I've met a, like, there's just been like 2 or 3 out of the 20, I think 2 come to mind that were on this level of like absolutely terrible human. You know, she's one of. I was like, she's lying about everything. She showed me pictures of like amazing art, like huge canvases, and she's like, oh yeah, I did all this and whatever. And I find out later, one of the people that knew her, they're like, oh yeah, did she show you all this art, whatever? Yeah, she didn't do any of that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's like one of the many things. Anyway, crazy pathological liar stuff. But anyway, so it's a really good thing I did not fucking impregnate this woman, you know. But yeah, it's just not like, you know, yeah, it feels good, but it's also like, it's tapered. I mean, you see what I'm saying, right? If you have to think the whole time about not finishing while you're doing the thing, it takes away from the thing. Fucking sucks. I had a girlfriend, long-term relationship for like a year and a half or so, and she was on the pill, and I did it with her without a condom, and I finished inside every time. I did it like 500 times or 1,000. I don't know, maybe not 1,000. Somewhere around 500. Like usually like once a day at least, and then yeah, maybe it was 300, 400. I'm giving myself too much credit. I'll say conservatively. I'll say, yeah, I'll probably around 350 or so. Anyway, why does it fucking matter? That doesn't matter. But it was a lot, right? And then she had like 2 scares where like she almost got pregnant. Because there's like I don't know, they were saying like a 1% chance, even if you're on the pill, that you can get pregnant. And I guess like 2 times they almost happened. So it kind of makes sense with the numbers, right? It's like, do it 300 times, you should have like 3 times where you see what I'm saying? But anyway, it was nice. It was nice to just come inside every time, right? And it's like, shit, I said okay, the C word again. Give me one second, I gotta unplug this shit. And this thing always, these level 2 ones especially. Is there a secret to this? Please say. I hate this one. Oh, dude. This is probably the worst it's ever been. God, man. And that's why over there, you see one on the ground. I think it's been there for days. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that was the worst it's ever been to like put those things down. I wonder if it gets worse over time. Or if I'm getting worse over time. It doesn't really make sense, right? I should be getting better over time with that shit. Damn it, what is going on? But so we're talking about finishing inside. So yeah, that was nice, right? But me and her just weren't. I don't think she's the right person for me, and she lied about some stuff, even if she came clean with it. So she's somewhere in the middle as far as lying, manipulative. The girl that, you know, I finished inside of. God, it sounds so weird to say it that way. Just refer to her. Be like, hey, just so you know, I refer to you to my YouTube subscribers. Like, I message her on Facebook. I refer to you as the girl I finished inside of for 500 times. No, for 1.5 years sounds better. Better being weirder and funnier for this. Anyway, dude, you can't beat that, man. It's just fucking, you don't. Because then I didn't think about it anymore. I was just free. I was just like, I could enjoy this. And sometimes, maybe I came like a little fast, whatever. So maybe I thought a little bit sometimes, like, oh, I don't want to finish like this early. Like, oh, I want to do it longer for her or whatever, you know. But mostly, like, I came to like not finish like super fast and was able to do it for like at least like 6 or 7 minutes, maybe maybe 10, maybe 15 on a really good day. But honestly, the best ones are between like 4 and 9 minutes, I would say, where it's just this slow build up. And well, anyway, we don't want to get all fucking too graphic here, but it's just I'm kind of trying to speak on a science level. Anyway, so back to the science and all the everything. Like, what the fuck is the purpose of like sex for fun, dude? Because it's like, it's not fun unless you do it and you come inside. And then if it's bad to get a vasectomy, then you can't have fun. Because here's the thing. Oh, by the way, Plan B. I mean, you might already know, but like from everything I'm hearing, and it makes sense because of the give and take of life and all this, is this shit's bad for the woman, man. And so in the future, so to me it's not a solution, the Plan B, because a woman that I love and care about, I don't want her taking that shit. Because by the way, the girl I finished inside for 1.5 years of, she now had a hysterectomy. And was it because of the Plan B? I don't know, but I've heard too many reports of people, of women getting sick and long-term issues from the Plan B, and so she was on what it called, the it's not Plan B exactly, it's similar, it's the taking it every day, what do you call that shit? Oh my god, I can't believe I can't remember that, but you take it every day. Damn, maybe they'll come back to me later, but basically I've heard that it's the Plan B, but cut in half of the dosage, but whatever. So Plan B, I think, is a good, well, I think if you use it once in a while, you'll probably be okay as far as negative long-term effects. But she was taking it for years, like even before I knew her, she was just taking it. They call it the pill, right? Wait, what do you call that? The monthly. Fuck, I can't believe it. There's a better term for that when you take it every day, like of the month. But anyway, so she was taking that for a long time, many years. So, you know, and that kind of makes sense. Yeah, what I was saying, like you could probably take it, you know, like. Yeah. So is that even that though? Even doing the the Plan B, aka like using it as a Plan A, just like, okay, we're just gonna have sex like once a month, and we're gonna use this, and you're gonna take the Plan B like once a month, or even once every 3 months. So I mean, that, I don't know, that's pushing it. Even 1 month's pushing it. Like I could do like sex like once a week, and then like, yeah, really let it build up, and then do it. I don't know. I'm imagining that I could, but I don't think I could go a month. Like if I'm really attracted to the partner, and I'm not masturbating. That's the key, is like when I'm with a partner, like I don't want to masturbate at all. I don't want to I don't want to watch, I'm not gonna watch porn. Now will I masturbate? Like, is it count as, well, if would I do it with her? Like, I don't know. I guess that's that. Oh, there you go, there's the solution. If you in a relationship, you just like and that, sorry, this is fuck, I'm all over the place again, but basically my idea is, let's just use our mouths. I never say the word mouth, right? It's fucking, but no, you put it in plural, mouths. Anyway, give each other oral, give each other handies and fingerings. Fingering is another really awkward, weird word to say, but anyway, you know, do that thing. Fellatio, another weird ass word. I'm just trying to get them all out there. The more I say them, the more normal they become. Fellatio, oral sex, fingering. Sorry, it's kind of hilarious. Just saying it like a robot. Anyway, so that's kind of my idea, but that's the best I've come up with, basically. Because even I don't even want to have a girl that I really love and care about and do want to have kids with, like in the future, or like working towards wanting to have that, like considering that, you know, saying, you know, working towards that, basically. I don't want her to ever take the Plan B, because like, what, you know, whatever negative effects it has, right? But like, so I just never want to like finish inside, right? And then if I never want to finish inside, that means I never want to like do it. I never want to have sex with her without a condom, because then I'm gonna be worried about it the whole time, and then that means I'm not gonna have sex at all because I don't want to do it with a condom. So we're just gonna do fucking hands and fucking mouths. So it's sad to me, that prospect, but maybe that's the solution. Has anyone out there tried that with a partner for a long term, like at least 6 months? Just doing that, because that is not something I've even been close to trying, because it's just always, I always, in the past, like, you know, I want to have sex, and usually they do too, and I say usually, they do too. I say usually, like, usually I'm not raping people now. I've never raped anybody, and that's one of the shittiest things, but what I mean is, like, usually they would, like, want to do that as opposed to blowjobs and fingerings. I think I missed my turn again, just like last night. Kind of, maybe this is it. Is it? I think it's the one after, but it's all good. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, yeah, just let me know what you think on this. I pretty much shared with you, just to sum it all up. It's like, I don't think I ever want to have sex again until I'm ready to have a kid, unless I'm somehow convinced that the vasectomy is the way to do it. Also, I do want kids one day, and I'm a bit scared of the prospect of that the vasectomy is gonna the small chance that I could never have kids. And I forget what the percentage, but it's between like 1 and 10%, I think. I wonder if it goes wrong, that if they can take the semen out of your balls and, like, then use that to, like, you know, impregnate, as a measure, a backup measure, because your balls would still produce semen even if they fucked up the or not, if they fucked, either they fucked it up, or or your body just fucked it up, but it wasn't the doctor's fault. But, like, the procedure, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, your balls are still gonna be making semen, right? So can they go in there and just pull some out? I was like, oh, maybe that's like a real tough thing. But if you really want kids, that's really important. Anyway, the whole thing with the vasectomy, yeah, it's just, it does seem unnatural, and it's really tempting to a guy like me, right? I've explained it to you, and you see why. I'm like, I love finishing inside. I don't like using a condom. Like, you see where I'm at on it. I'm literally like, it's not worth it unless I am not using a condom and finishing inside. It's just, like, not worth it. So I know this thing was gross and all this and whatever, but, like, this is fucking important to me. Sex is, you know, sex is important. Yeah. On that note, use a condom. No, I was like, be safe out there, boys and girls. Don't listen to me. All right, fuck, man. All right, I'll just leave it there. I think you just fucking, I'd love some comments on this one. Y'all have a good one.